This is the teacher's dashboard, and this is what they will see when they log in. Directors, owners, and curriculum leadership at the school also have access to an admin dashboard, where they can set up and manage all of the teachers and classrooms. The teacher dashboard is also the place where you will be able to select your language of preference for the curriculum. If you would prefer to interact with the teacher dashboard or director dashboard in Spanish, you can switch your language preferences in the account settings. Right now, you'll see the blue smiley face says Pre-K4, but if you click here, you can select any other age group. Not only do admins have access to all age groups, but teachers do as well. So, if you ever have that call out and a Pre-K4 teacher needs to hop in the infant room, you click Infant, and now you're in the infant curriculum. This is also a great feature for providers with multi-age group classrooms or with family childcare homes because you can see everything without having to switch or have multiple logins. Clicking on this tile will open up our lesson plans. All the lesson plan layouts across the age groups look the same. It is very user-friendly for teachers and administrators. For older toddlers, preschool 3 and pre-K4, there are up to 5 activities provided for each day of the year. And for infants and young toddlers, there are 4 activities provided each week. We know that infants and young toddlers require individualized care, and because of this, our activities are written to be done one-on-one and are intended to be repeated throughout the week so that those youngest learners have multiple opportunities to gain a new skill. Going back to our dashboard, this first tile is our weekly overview tile, where you can see all of the activities for the week in one place. At the top, you can see that this lesson plan is downloadable and printable. The lesson plans are set up in a developmental progression across the year. The activities are scaffolded, or in other words, they build on skills from the previous week's activities. As you are looking at this, for example, with Pre-K4, these first weeks are going to be 4-year-olds starting the school year, then moving to the end where they are turning 5 and preparing to enter kindergarten the following year. In select states, Learning Beyond Paper customers will see their state early learning standards integrated into the platform. In your weekly overview, you'll see the top standard that matches the lesson objective displayed below the lesson. In addition, your integrated state standard will also show in the lesson plan, which we will go over shortly. All the activities in the lesson plan are clickable, so you can click anywhere on the lesson plan from the weekly overview, and it will allow you to navigate to the detailed lesson plan. You can also access the lesson plans from the main page by clicking on the lesson plan tile. Remember, the lesson plans is where the curriculum lives. You can navigate the weeks and days in the curriculum with clicking on the numbers at the top and navigating the calendars, just like you did with the lesson plans. The days are flexible and are intentionally not labeled Monday through Friday. This allows teachers the freedom to extend learning opportunities for the children when they are deeply engaged with the lesson or may need extra time to practice the presented skills. Today we are going to look at a STEAM lesson that can be found in multiple age groups. This lesson has children engaging in a scientific exploration and turning the results of that exploration into a piece of art. In this topic box, you will find the monthly theme and the weekly topic of focus. In this box, you will find the activity name. For this lesson, the name of the activity is Exploding Mud Art Part 1. Every lesson has a main objective that is tied to the standards associated with the lesson. Just like in the weekly overview, your integrated state early learning standards can also be found in the lesson after the objective. The lesson plan lists the top 2 standards matching the activity objective, but clicking on the standards icon in the top right will display all 5 standards included in each lesson. If your state has not yet been integrated into Learning Beyond, the lesson plan will instead show Learning Beyond standards aligned with your state standards. These standards align with state standards as well, and the alignment tool will be demonstrated later in the session. This section outlines the materials and any setup you will have to do before the lesson. About 90% of the materials required for the lesson you are going to have on hand. Also, teachers will even be able to see the lesson come to life right before their eyes with our teacher support videos. Just as teachers accommodate various learning styles in their classrooms, these short videos will help teachers visualize the lesson and anticipate children's responses to open-ended questions. It's a great tool to use before starting the lesson to see how things can play out, so give it a watch. In the Procedures and Teacher Talk section, you'll notice the lesson is numbered step by step, even down to what questions to ask and when to ask them. Because this is an easy-to-implement curriculum, new teachers can step into the classroom with confidence, seamlessly following the lesson plans while ensuring all built-in standards are met within each activity. This helps with equity and giving all students a high-quality education, no matter what background the teacher has. Built into the lesson are the scripted, thought-provoking questions to allow for critical thinking skills to take place. This is how teachers can meet things like quality standard observations and class alignments. We know a lot of states are moving to class, and this is what really sets us apart and how we help support teachers. Every activity has been created to help guide the children's thought process and cover a lot of material in a short period of time. So, you will also see that our curriculum has been created to not only be developmentally appropriate, but always keeping best practices in mind while also getting students prepared for kindergarten. We are all about creating and enhancing meaningful and purposeful interactions between the teacher and students. Every lesson also includes learning supports. This box teaches teachers how to individualize the lesson to meet the needs of children who have identified delays or who are new to learning the English language. It also helps teachers build their skills to better support individual students in their learning process. Every single academic lesson has a social-emotional component built in. Sometimes this looks like working on self-help skills or increasing independence. In this lesson, children are developing their sense of self by learning to express their preferences and interests during the activity. Does anyone have any questions about anything we have shared so far? Feel free to put your questions in the chat box. At the end of every lesson, you will find an At-Home Connections button. This is a built-in newsletter that is both printable and downloadable. This newsletter keeps parents informed and helps them extend the learning at home. It also aids in building the classroom community and developing positive teacher and parent relationships. Next is the Teacher Reflections area. This is a quick check-in for teachers that helps them reflect on their practice. The Teacher Reflections include a note-taking area where teachers can write any changes for next time, such as trying it with a smaller group or doing the activity in the morning instead of the afternoon. As a side note, on the admin dashboard, directors can view Teacher Reflections from all classrooms. You can also access Teacher Reflections and At-Home Connections directly from the main screen. The last thing to talk about on the lesson plan screen is our LB Support chat feature. If you have any questions regarding the lesson, like recommending other materials to better fit your classroom resources, how to help extend the learning at home, or even how to modify a lesson to support children with disabilities, LB will respond to you with how you can tailor your lesson to your needs. This tool is designed to simplify lesson planning and enhance the overall experience for both teachers and students. LB supports both English and Spanish, so ask away if you have any questions about our lessons. Let's navigate back to the teacher dashboard, and next we'll highlight our search feature. This allows you to search the curriculum by topic or by skill. That way, you can tailor your lessons for student needs or interests, or use the curriculum as a supplement. If you have a group of kids that are crazy about dinosaurs, you can search the word dinosaur, and all of the lessons that have dinosaurs will come up. These are all clickable, so you can navigate to that daily activity and make sure it's a good fit. You can also search by skill. For instance, if you have children struggling with fine motor skills, just search fine motor, and you can easily pull up lessons that are pick up and go. Next is our Teacher Resources section, which when you click on it, the first tile contains the Teacher's Guide, which provides multiple training resources. In the Introduction tab is a recorded training for how to use Learning Beyond so you can have all of your teachers trained in less than 30 minutes. The remaining tiles offer training in best practices, which many centers use as part of their onboarding process. The information here is provided in writing, and teachers can also watch short videos. Going back, this tile provides access to the state standards. We are aligned with all 50 states as well as most quality programs. We are also aligned with class, and this is where you will find sample class lessons as well as a video. You can also navigate to this page by clicking on the class tile. Behind this tile is a training calendar, where teachers can register for live training sessions for Learning Beyond paper throughout the year. Navigating back to the teacher dashboard, teachers can enroll in professional development courses by clicking on this tile. The professional development hours are included with the curriculum at no extra cost. Teachers can build their capacity by taking our professional development courses through Learning Beyond University. These professional development courses focus on best practices in early learning, and we continually add to this course library throughout the year. The Materials tile supports teachers in collecting materials for their lessons. Material lists can be viewed and printed by day or by week. Again, most of the materials are going to be things that you have on hand or things that can be switched out for what you do have. You can also purchase essential material kits for all age groups through our partner, Lakeshore Learning. The last tile on the teacher dashboard is the assessment tile. This assessment is an ongoing developmental assessment. This is an observational tool that can track developmental goals throughout the year. You might already have an assessment you are using, which is fine because our curriculum supports and aligns with multiple assessments. You can print a blank copy of the assessment skills to send home with parents to fill out and use as a goal-setting tool, helping the child meet developmental milestones and reinforcing the classroom and home connection. The assessment results also save year to year, so you will have all of your data in one place for students.